These are the raw sheets that we use. So this is what they look like.
Raw sheet of
These are raw sheets of 26 silver sheets. So this is how we get them first. So the necklace is this is what we cut, from scratch. This is what we call raw metal. So what we'll do is we'll cut a piece of this, and this is what's used as the backing of each piece. So that cuts the sheet right there. So this goes up on top of that right there. And that's what they're for. Hello, I'm Matthew Jack. Welcome to my workshop.
And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe.
So yeah, I've been working with Bill for, almost a year right now. But I've actually dealt with Richardson's for, ever since I was 9-10 years old. I'm in my late 20s, so I've been with them for quite some time. There's no better treatment that, I can get anywhere else. My dad used to own a little shop just right up the block. Because I would work on a piece and I would run down in the daytime to Richardson's. And that's, the time I was 8 or 9 years old. And Bill's mom used to be in the store back then. So she used to buy almost all my pieces all the time. I usually work on 24 to 12 earrings at a time. So the flux is actually solder's best friend. Without the flux, the solder will not flow against the silver or whatever you're trying to solder. The solder will just like bubble up onto the silver if you don't use the flux. Takes a little time, but you have to have patience. You want to heat up the whole piece. And you want to work your way around it. And just get the right temperature so that way your solder will flow. So it's ready right there. You just got to heat up the backing of the silver on your back plate, and then you just want to solder right there. So once you see it's a little orange, that's when you want to start soldering. And then you use your 75 solder for putting your bezel together, so that way you don't have no gaps in between your bezel. But you don't want to heat up just one side of the piece, because you will mount the bezel. So you got to work your way around it in a circle and heat it up evenly. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna be sawing out each piece, and then we'll be soldering on the jump rings next. What we do is we're gonna round the round wire, and those will be for the earring posts. I like to use my file, and then you would start by rounding up your round wire around it right there. And this is for the jump rings on the earring. Right there, I need 10 jump rings for all 5 earrings. What you'll do is you'll start clipping the jump rings off, and then, so right there's a set right there. I brought in a very big necklace one day, and this was last year in June. And Larry, he took it to Avid, which she was the main buyer, and she wanted to come out and meet the artist. And she brought me in a few weeks later to meet Bill. And ever since then, me and Bill, we got along. To most people around here, it's just business, and I get that. I get it's just business, but the treatment here at Richardson's Trading, it's like no other. It's really like family. There's gonna be more silversmithing here with me. I had to go and build my own team back here. I'm gonna be the lead silversmith. We'll apply pressure with the plier against the bezel to set it. Each piece is going to have the Richardson's logo or the Richardson stone, and along with the artist that made it.